A very warm welcome, viewers, to our episode 6 of Truth Manifested. Bol Bachchan Se Satya Vachan. Today, we will be talking about graphology, reading your subconscious mind. We have with us Mrs. Mridula Thagarse, who is a clinical psychologist, an educational consultant, a hypnotherapist, and a graphologist. She has her independent practice at Pune, and her graphology courses for corporate professionals and for students have been well received by her students both in India and abroad. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thanks, Aditi, for introducing me. Okay, so today we start with a wonderful subject of graphology. It's very close to my heart. Okay,
Right.
so I hope I do justice to the short time that you're going to give me.
Sure.
Anyway, okay.
Okay, viewers. So let's start. So I am sure nobody of you have heard about graphology, and even if you have heard of it, you might not be aware about in and outs of graphology. So today we will ask questions to ma'am regarding graphology, starting with the very first question. Ma'am, how did you enter into the field of graphology?
Yeah, so in the year 2000, there was an article in the Times of India. There was this Parsi couple, who had advertised for the course in graphology. And it was also said that, the crime branch used to consult them for their ability to read the handwriting, and they would also go to the crime branch, investigate like cases like forgery, murder, suicide cases. They would tell the true picture, what it used to be, and they used to solve the cases. So this is what it was given. And I was quite intrigued by that. And so then I called them up. There was a number as well, and I called them up and I said, I would like to do the course. So they said, okay. So I did this course with them. And after that, I've never looked back. I went ahead, I did a lot of research on my own. I was working with a psychiatrist, and whenever anybody used to come, any patient, I used to ask them to write their sample and give it to me, and I used to read it, and I used to tell the psychiatrist, okay, doctor, this is what it is. This person is suicidal, this person is depressed, this person has some family problem, a relationship or whatever. So he was amazed. He said, how is it that you can know from a handwriting? So that is what. And then he said there was, no way of doing any psychometric test. So there's a psychologist, as a psychologist, clinical psychologist, he used to ask me, do this test, that test. So I said, no, I'm not going to do any psychometric test. Only with this writing sample, I'm able to do it. So what took about 3 months for counseling cases, it used to get over within a week or so. So that used to save time, money, everything for the patients as well. And they were really, really happy. And then now slowly I started, doing courses for children as well, graphotherapy courses. And now in this lockdown, there's one student who told me, why don't you do it online? So I said, oh my God, I don't know how to do it online. She said, no, you just do it. I know you can do it. And that's how I started with this PowerPoint presentation and doing online courses, which is really, a hit now with all the students. And they've been calling me to do the advanced as well. So I finished with my basic course last year, and I'm going to go on to the advanced.
I'm amazed by listening to it that how in handwriting can reveal about somebody. I mean, it's next to impossible if we don't know about graphology, but I'm sure after this people would be very excited to know about it. So how has it helped you in building your career? So as you mentioned that you worked under a psychiatrist, you had in handwriting samples of your patients, and then initially you started with your career. So how has it built your career as a
Yes.
psychologist or as a graphologist?
Yes. So I'm also an alternative healer. I do hypnotherapy, and hypnotherapy as well as graphology is going into the subconscious mind. Okay, so I'll tell you what is handwriting analysis exactly. So handwriting analysis is called graphology, or graphology means handwriting analysis. Okay, so it is a scientific approach where you can read a person like a book. Now, in handwriting analysis, you see how the words, letters are formed. Okay, and it is a pattern that you see, and with that, you know the hidden personality of a writer. Like you get so used to seeing handwriting that you cannot you cannot pass by without reading a book, without reading a person like a book. You can see every aspect of this person's personality just by looking at the handwriting. And same with the signature. So signature is also a part of handwriting analysis. It is like your personal logo. It tells you about what you want to project to others, how you want others to see the what qualities you have in you. Okay, it is your public image that you want to show. You may be or you may not be like that. So you have to compare the signature with the handwriting to know the true image of this person.
Right.
Yeah.
As you said that it's more about going into subconscious mind. Can you tell us something more about what is graphology? Like, how do you define it?
Okay. So graphology, or it's known as the brain writing. Okay. Now, why is it called the brain writing? Because brain consists of mind. So what is mind actually? Mind is invisible part of our brain. You cannot see mind. Okay. But there are two parts of mind. There is a conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Okay. Now see, consciously we both are talking, but I don't know what is going on in your mind subconsciously. Right. So conscious mind also controls what we write. When you see the writing on the paper, it is consciously we are writing. But when you're writing it, what is going on in the subconscious mind, you cannot see. Okay. But for a graphologist, they can see it by the patterns. Okay. Now, what is it that they can see? They can see the creativity, they can see the talent, they can see the moods, the feelings, intuitions, emotions, desires, all that you can see over here in these pictures. Okay. And the subconscious mind controls the formation of strokes, slants, space, margins, loops, pressure, all that it controls. So looking at that, we can see a person's personality traits. Okay, so the complete personality traits can be seen from the subconscious mind. That is the pattern of the handwriting. Okay, I'll give you one more example. Now see here, you can see the case of Carol's story in the handwriting. Okay, now I'll just tell you this story. These two are engaged. Okay, he is Tom and she is Carol. Now, Carol writes to Tom, "Dearest Tom, hi, I love you and I'm happy to marry you. I'm sure you feel the same about me. You are my only one in the world. I do not have anyone. Love, Carol." Now, when a graphologist sees, she will know the true picture. But for a layman, they'll say, oh my God, Carol is in love with Tom. She calls him dearest Tom. So what she has written on the paper is from her conscious mind. She has consciously written it. Okay. Now a graphologist will not read it actually. But what will the graphologist do? Will see the strokes. Okay. What will the graphologist see? Oh, now this girl, Carol, is saying just the opposite of what she has written. Okay. Why is that so? Okay. Now you can see here, there is a claw on Tom. Can you see this claw? Okay. Then there is stinger and lying ovals here. Ovals are O. Okay. There are stingers. Then the word love, marry, feel same about me, see same about me. It's coming down. They're descending, means it's not true. Your hand just pulls you down when you're writing it because it's not true to what you're actually feeling, isn't it? Then the sharp letters in this show anger. The baselines are also not steady. Look at it going up, down, up, down. So this is not the true picture. And the true story actually is, she is in love with another person. She wants to run away, but she cannot because her parents are forbidding her. They're saying, no, you have to marry this Tom. So this is why she's been forced to, marry this fellow. And so she writes a letter to him, but she does not mean it. So this is what it is. Okay. Now, what you can know from the handwriting? Okay, now I just told you about Carol's handwriting, but in general, what do you know? Now this blank page is like your new day. Okay, new day, naya din, or a new life, you can say. It's a blank page. Now, how you write on the paper reveals as to how you use your day. Now, look here, how she has written. So, from where she starts, where she ends, clause, all sorts of things, the baselines tell you something that, okay, this personality is like this. So, you see, what do you see in this? You see the size, you see the shape, spacing, pressure, speed, zones, slants, connections, margins, signature. All this can tell everything about this person to you. Okay, so this is what the personality can be revealed in the handwriting. And who does that? A graphologist. Okay, so anyone can become a graphologist because now you have the training. You are being trained for it.
Absolutely amazed by hearing that how a person can read somebody through like a book, just by the handwriting, specifically when somebody writes a love letter and then suddenly as a graphologist you say, hey, you don't love her, you're cheating on him, is that right? So I'm sure they'll be very shocked after listening to this. But I had a question going on into my mind, that is graphology is some kind of a new science coming up. Can you take us back to the time when it started, how and what is its relevance today?
Yeah, Aditi, it's not a new science. It's a very old science, about 3,000 years ago. Okay, now in Rome and Greece, look here, there's this picture of the Roman emperor, the philosopher. Now, both of them used handwriting to judge people. Okay, and in 1622 in Italy, the first book on graphology was published. It was known as How to Judge the Nature and the Character of a Person from His Letter. In 1800 in Germany, the German Graphology Society was established. Okay, and in 1920 in Paris, the Graphology Society of France was established. Now, in 1926 in US, Edgar, a very famous author, established Research Institute of Graphology and published books based on thousands of handwriting samples. Okay, now at present, it's a modern psychology, modern science, because in the California University, okay, you have a graduate program in psychology. In psychology, you have this subject graphology. So you also have a graduate program only in graphology. Okay, so you can graduate in graphology when you go to this California University. And in the European universities, psychology curriculum require this subject. You have to have this mandatory graphology as one of the subjects. So now you know why it is a modern psychology. It's very, very useful tool. It's used everywhere.
Agreed to that. So as you mentioned that it is a complementary subject which you have to definitely read when you are studying psychology or doing your bachelor's in psychology. So is am I right saying that only psychology students can learn graphology, or anybody can learn graphology?
No. Who can learn graphology? I'll tell you. Anyone above 18 years old can learn graphology, and it is a very useful tool to know about yourself as well as others. Okay, you know your faults and you know other people's faults as well, and you can improve on it. Not only that, you can improve on it. Now, who all can use psychology? I mean, who all can use graphology? A psychologist. A psychologist trained in graphology would know about a patient within 15 minutes of viewing the writing. And a social worker can help with cases like child abuse, alcoholics, drug addiction, and other social issues. And doctors also can diagnose psychosomatic problems or detect problems or symptoms well before the illness starts, like blood pressure, diabetes, or anything, heart problem. You can detect well before they start. Okay, and then special educators, teachers, psychology students can trace any kind of learning disability in children through writing. Now, the HR team can use this for hiring, firing, promotions, projects, or whatever. It's very, very useful. Now, as I told you, the crime branch and fraud control department, they regularly use this in solving crime, forgery, murder, suicide case, etc. Even for Sushant Singh's case, they had called us graphologists. I don't know if you know about it. Now, in marriage bureau also, it is used widely in matchmaking to test your compatibility with your partner, to know if suppose there's no compatibility, how you can make yourself, get along well at least. There's nothing called 100% compatibility. So this is what it is useful for, and anyone can learn it. It's not a rocket science.
Right. So as you told about like who can study graphology or can be trained as a graphologist, so it is not limited to only psychologists. Anyone above 18 years of age can learn graphology, and obviously now you know ma'am. So if you want to learn, you can definitely connect with her. And yes, but there is this question: is the result 100% correct, or are there some limitations which we see in graphology?
Yeah, like all other science, there are limitations. Now, graphology cannot tell whether a writer is a male or a female, because a male can have female qualities in him and vice versa, isn't it? We all have mixed qualities. So we cannot tell. The age of the writer, you cannot tell, because suppose a child or even an 18-year-old boy, if he's having drugs or alcohol, it can be very shaky. Same 80-year-old, the handwriting can be a little shaky. So you cannot tell the age of the writer. You cannot tell left or right-handed. Okay, why? Because the handwriting comes from the subconscious mind. So whether you write with your left, right, or whether you write with your mouth or foot, it all comes from the subconscious mind. You cannot tell what handed it is. You cannot tell the nationality of the writer. Of course, the US people, they have different, bigger writing, and we have a smaller one. Germany, people there have a little sharp handwriting, because of what they've gone through. So whatever, but you cannot tell overall, that this person belongs to that, okay, a particular region or nationality. You cannot tell caste, creed, or religion from the handwriting, and you cannot predict the future. It is not astrology, so you cannot, but of course you can say that if this person behaves like this, if he's a lazy person with no aim, no goal, obviously in future he's not going to do well. So how he can improve on it in present, that is what we can tell, and this will have a better future, that we can tell a person, by the handwriting.
Right. So when we do the handwriting analysis, so unlike the psychometric assessments we use during counseling and for testing the person's personality, do we also use some kind of assessments when it comes to graphology?
We use tools. We use, you have to use this if you have to have a proper sample of handwriting. You have to use all this, okay? 2 blank, unruled blank sheets. Now, why blank? Because I told you, Kora Kagat. It's like a new life, new birth, new day. So, because I don't want people to use lines which will help them to write. Okay. So, 2 blank, unruled pages, a ballpoint pen, because there is something called pastosity that you can only see in the ballpoint pen, not in paper, the pencil or this thing. It doesn't come on the paper. Magnifying glass to see the dots, dots, dashes, and all the patterns. You need a ruler. A grid, you need to see the size of the handwriting, which for a trained psychologist or graphologist, she won't have to do it, or any trained person for that matter. And a protractor to see the slants of your handwriting. So this is all you'll need for handwriting analysis. So these are very easily available. It's not that it's very expensive also. You all have it at home.
Right. So I'll just like to summarize whatever ma'am said, that graphology is something which comes from your subconscious mind, as it's your handwriting. So in short, if I say handwriting is something which is coming from your subconscious mind, a trained graphologist can tell you about any kind of mental disorder, your mood swings, what kind of person you are. Your signatures can help you understand how do you portray yourself in front of the people, and in case you need a changes, even graphologist can tell you about the signature analysis. Ma'am, I did hear about somebody who can also be called as graphotherapist, like
Yeah.
graphotherapist. So who is graphotherapist and how is that related to
See,
graphology?
graphology is, there's a difference. Graphology is just analyzing the handwriting. Look at the handwriting and you can tell,
Right.
okay, this is your personality. A graphotherapist
Right.
will make you change the handwriting, and it is sending messages to your neural pathways in the brain. So the neural pathways, which were supposed stubborn, will now change to a more, liberal view, or if a person cannot concentrate, maybe with certain handwriting
Right.
so we can help him to concentrate, or if he's an introvert we can help him to become an extrovert. So with handwriting,
Right.
and this therapy is called graphotherapy, and only a graphotherapist can do it. Like, it's better that a graphotherapist do it, because if suppose you ask randomly for some person to change the handwriting, it's not good. Why? Because suppose he already has some criminal tendency and you tell him, okay, you raise this and you do this, so he'll become a better criminal at that, you know? Yeah. So we have to see what it is, which, part of the handwriting. You can't change each and every part of the handwriting, or even signature. If it is self-destructive signature, suppose you have a signature which where you lose a lot of money, or nobody likes you, you're very unpopular. So that shows in the signature, and we can tell you, change certain things in the signature that will make you, more a better person, whatever.
Right. So, viewers, I would like to make this clear once more that there is a difference between graphology and graphotherapy. Somebody who knows graphology is a graphotherapist, sorry, a graphologist, and somebody who knows graphotherapy is a graphotherapist. And also, graphotherapist can help you change your handwriting, and it can be done from like somebody who is in 10th, 11th to even the old age, whereas the graphologist is not liable to tell you what to change in your handwriting. They are just limited to analyzing it. So at last, I would like to ask you, ma'am, is there any message or something you want to convey to our viewers today?
Yeah, this is a wonderful science. I think all should learn this. This is a need of the hour. And of course,
Right.
nowadays people don't write much, but you have to write, and you'll know what it is. You'll know your own, internal qualities, and you can improve on it. Okay. And what is in your subconscious mind? Why is it? You'll know why you behave the way you are. There may be some problems in your childhood, some problems to do, in growing up years, or something where you don't get along well with friends, or something you have from your parents that you don't like, some qualities that you have from your parents that you don't like, you want to improve on it, or maybe no attachment to parents. What is it that is making you do or behave the way you are? So all that can be seen in the handwriting, and you can improve on it. It's the easiest way, doesn't cost money, So rather than
Right.
go to the doctors and counselors and psychologists, you can do it yourself at home. By, there are certain affirmations that you can write, or certain things that you can do with graphotherapy. Okay. So even when choosing your partner, okay, when you want to get married, the people ask for horoscope. Here, my students don't ask for horoscope. They say, we want the handwriting. We see the handwriting,
Right.
see if it is compatible, and then we match it, and then say, okay, you can get married. Or even if you know that your partner has certain flaws, you accept the person with the flaws, isn't it? Rather than you get to know afterwards. So that flaw, even you may not know. It's only through handwriting you will know, oh, yes, this is the way I am. I should change it. And that is why people, don't like me or whatever. Or this is the way I am,
Right.
so I'm very popular. That also can be, positive or negative.
Thank you
So
so
I
much,
feel
ma'am.
every
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am, for such a beautiful insight in the world of graphology. And viewers, definitely, ghar pe baithe baithe, you can know how you are, what you are, and why you do what you do. So I would really like to thank ma'am for sparing her time for us today and being with her and sharing her knowledge about graphology. And the last request to our viewers are, if you liked our video, please like, subscribe, and also share. And do let us know in the comment box whether you are interested in knowing about graphology, and are you also wishing to be a trained graphologist and change your life first and then others. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditi.